We are live on YouTube and Google Plus. Live. So here we go.
Welcome to the Mickey Updates podcast, starring Ed, Mark, and Rob. You've arrived at your destination for the latest happenings involving Orlando area attractions, news, and reviews. There's much to learn about this beautiful global city, and there are 3 guys willing to display their expertise to deliver you this knowledge. From the world-famous Walt Disney World to the wonderful SeaWorld, the Mickey Updates podcast has your dose of the latest going on in the Central Florida region. Now, let's welcome the three guys featured on this broadcast. Prepare yourselves for Ed, Mark, and Rob.
Alrighty, we are here live and recording for you on YouTube here, or streaming for you on YouTube. I guess we will be recording on YouTube as well. Ed is here. I'm here. Like I said, Mark is on hiatus. But we have a new member of our podcast team that I'm very excited to announce is here. He's from Canada, so don't put that against him. They do eat cheese and fries and gravy. It's pretty good stuff. So, no, I'm just kidding. No, we're glad to have him. It's Chris Reed from V24 Radio. He has joined us. He's going to be a permanent podcast team member, and we are still looking for one more, which I think we might have found the other guy, but I will let you know more on that next week. But we have Chris here. We're so happy to have you, Chris. I'm so glad you're on our show. If you don't already know, Chris runs V24 Radio, quite possibly the greatest Disney radio station on the internet right now. It actually has shows. It has programs. We have DJ Elliott. DJ Elliott is on V24 Radio, exclusively on V24 Radio. I don't think it can get much better than that. Better than radio, Disney.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be here, guys. This is awesome.
So we have him here, and we are just a little heads up. We are still trying to work things out. This is our first show doing this, doing sort of a record over the internet thing. So if the audio cuts in and out or we lose signal, I apologize. I'm going to try to work with that as much as I can. We're going to work out a system eventually where we can each send in our own audio and record, and it'll sound a lot better. But I do apologize up front. We're still working out the kinks, but everything should be fine. We'll have a great show. So thanks to all of you that are joining us live here on our website, Google+, YouTube, wherever you're joining us from. Thank you for joining us live. So awesome stuff there. So with that being said, I want to thank one of our sponsors first. We wouldn't be here without our wonderful sponsors. We want to thank Scoot Orlando. And I am having issues. Just hold on one second. Here we go. We want to thank Scoot Orlando. I have a great tip for your next Disney World, your next Disney World trip. If you have someone who needs help getting around, check out these scooters from Scooter Vacations. They have 6 models to choose from, and everything from those that fit in a car trunk to specialty luxury models for using on boats, buses, and monorails. They are the only company with 24-hour customer service. Contact Scooter Vacations by clicking on their logo in these show notes, or call them at 1-855-WDW-SCOOT. That's 1-855-WDW. SCOOT, or on the web at scootorlando.com. That's SCOOT Orlando.com. You can find them on the internet. And that being said, we're going to get started with the news here of the week. And we have a lot of stuff to talk about this week, as we do every week, because we are Mickey Updates, and we have the news for you, the updates. So here we go. I want to kick it off with Cars Masters Weekends is returning June 14th to the 15th. Cars Masters Weekends is back this year on Father's Day weekend. The car show takes over Disney every year, and this year is no different. Downtown Disney West Side, guests can cruise past more than 100 classic muscle and exotic vehicles from across the country at the Downtown Disney Car Show presented by Meguiar's. This year's weekend will be June 14th through 15th. Revving up for fun, Ward and legendary automotive designer Chip Foose will host celebrity chat shows. I don't know why it's... There we go. Legendary designer Chip Foose will host... Or let me just start over. Revving up the fun, Ward and legendary automotive designer Chip Foose will host celebrity chat shows On the event expo stage throughout the weekend, Foose, who contributed to the design of Ramon and the Cars film, will also have a Foose-designed vehicle on display and will be on hand for autograph sessions with the purchase of Chip Foose-designed event merchandise. Soaring above the world of cars, Disney Pixar's Planes, Fire, and Rescue is making a landing at Downtown Disney for this special weekend before opening in theaters July 18th. Planes, Fire, and Rescue filmmakers Roberts, Bob's, Ganaway, and Farrell Barone will be making special appearances in the Cars Masters Expo for chat shows and autograph sessions. Fire safety activities and a fire truck from Reedy Creek Improvement District will accompany Carnival Booth-style games to round out the fire and rescue-themed fun. Guests can also race over to the Chevrolet Performance Mobile Tour throughout the weekend for photos inside one-of-a-kind vehicles and some of Chevrolet's exciting new vehicles, including the Chevrolet Stingray Coupe, Camaro ZL1 Coupe, and the Volt. I want to get a picture in a Volt. Additional fun-fueled Car Master elements include exotic vehicles and stock cars on display from the Richard Petty driving experience at Walt Disney World Speedway. Last year they had the Ferraris out there. It was very nice. Demonstrations on car care and complimentary samples from Meguiar's, and opportunity to play the new Disney Infinity 2.0, specialty event merchandise, food and beverage from popular dining locations, and the Downtown Disney food trucks, Disney Pixar Cars Topiaries, performances by Duncan Yo-Yo professionals and national yo-yo champions. Wow, that sounds fun. And DJs spinning classic cartoons from the 50s and 60s. In addition, fans can purchase tickets for an all-day Cars and Cars 2 movie marathon at AMC Downtown Disney 24. That sounds awesome. I'd like to see Cars and Cars 2 again. That'd be cool. I'll have to go to that. Every year it's good. They do a good
all the cars are great.
Yeah, they have a great car show. And they have the one every year that's themed, the Walt Disney car. That's got it's like a truck with like Mickey's all over it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. And one of my friends is really good friends with the guy who owns that car, and every year he gives me, lets me take a ride in it and stuff. So it's pretty awesome.
Nice. So I mean, you had a classic car show to Downtown Disney, and you've totally got me sold on this. Like I love checking out the classic car shows around the country, around the U.S. as well. To add that to Downtown Disney, I'm sold. I'm in. Bring me down there because that's awesome.
They had a Roadrunner last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was awesome seeing it. Like, I mean, and it was funny because it was sitting right next to the exotics. It was sitting next to like the Ferrari and the Porsche and the Lamborghini and all that. And I was like, man, just give me the Roadrunner there. It was pretty cool. I was pretty shocked that I haven't seen one of those in person. That was pretty cool. But yeah, they do a good job. They have a lot of cars, and a lot of people show up, and they just have a great time. And of course, Chip Foose comes out, who's a big car designer, so it's awesome. Villains Unleashed party coming to Disney Hollywood Studios. Disney has announced today via the Disney Parks blog that Disney's Hollywood Studios will host the Villains Unleashed party on August 23rd. The event will host meet and greets from over 50 villains. They will also have entertainment such as the Hades Hangout and Dance Party, Oogie Boogie's Variety Show, a Star Wars Villain Zone, and a new Villainy in the Skies fireworks show. Just like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and other events, this will be a hard-ticketed event. Adult tickets cost $67 plus tax, and children ages 3 through 9 are $62 plus tax. Annual pass holders and Disney Vacation Club members can book their tickets now. All other guests can book beginning June 9th. To book, call 407-939-1933 for APs and 1-800-800-9800 for DVC members.
Everyone can book today.
Oh, there you go. I don't know what the date is. I forgot.
So I got a question on this one.
I'm just reading the thing that's in front of me.
No, I was just trying to help the people.
You were shaking your head.
Oh, well, sorry.
Go ahead.
I got something here. So I've seen the movie Maleficent.
Yeah, I haven't.
Gonna be at this? Okay. Oh, you haven't seen it. Okay. Is she going to be at this event or not? And
I would imagine she would.
Well, wait till you see the movie. But the follow-up question is, will she look like the classic, green-faced version, or will she be the Angelina Jolie,
Well, we know that they do have the real
yeah,
the live action
yeah, they've done that, yeah,
because they did it during the 24-hour day.
yeah,
It was a media thing that turned into a if you happened to see it on Twitter and were over there and then you got in thing. But they
yeah,
did do it. So they do have the costume. Now, the thing I look at is two things. The movie didn't do as well as they thought it would. That's number one. And number two, um, the studios, the Disney Studios usually pays for that type of meet and greet. So with like a new movie like that, so if by some twist of fate, which is entirely possible that the movie would come out near the villain's party, then they could do a tie-in with Maleficent and the villain's party.
yep.
So it's entirely possible that in that time span, what 2 months or whatever, or 3 months or whatever it is, they could get that tie-in in there and do that and release that movie onto DVD or Blu-ray and have that tie-in. So I could see them doing it, but the only way I think Disney's going to do it is if Disney or if the studios actually pays for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Those villain parties are always fun, though. I was at the one in the 2012 one with the Tower of Terror 10 miler, and they had the villains event then. But it's cool. It's just cool seeing a lot of those villains that you don't usually see in the parks.
Yeah, exactly.
The season. That's awesome. I mean, and the lineups are
nice. It's always nice to see rare characters in general.
Yeah.
In the parks.
Yeah.
I've seen. I've seen so many. Going every week. It's like you see a different set of rare characters in the parks. If you go that often, like I do, you could pretty much plan on seeing a different set of rare characters like every week. It's insane, but
that's cool.
It's awesome. So.
Yeah.
But moving on, Hard Rock Hotel at Universal Orlando's Velvet Sessions featuring Vertical Horizon set for June 26th. Hard Rock Hotel at Universal Orlando's 2014 Velvet Sessions lobby concert series continues in June with American alternative rock band Vertical Horizon performing their hits You're a God, Everything You Want, Best I Ever Had, Gray Sky Morning, and more. Velvet Sessions is Hard Rock Hotel's special rock and roll cocktail party and lobby concert held the last Thursday of the month, January through October. Log on to velvetsessions.com. And there you go. Velvet Session tickets are $29 online or $35 at the door. Limited VIP tickets are $50 online only and include all the benefits of regular Velvet Session tickets, plus access to a special viewing area with private bar. Purchase tickets in advance online and receive early entry to the show at 6 p.m. to purchase tickets, and for more information, log on to velvetsessions.com or call 407-503-2401. AMC's The Walking Dead coming to this year's Halloween Horror Nights. Coming back this year to Halloween Horror Nights is The Walking Dead, a fan favorite last year. They are bringing back the house a little differently this year. This year it will be a maze. This maze is inspired by Season 4 of the critically acclaimed Emmy Award-winning television series. This year's bone-chilling mazes will place guests at the heart of a harrowing journey to seek sanctuary at Terminus, an elusive destination that promises community for all, now overrun by savage walkers. The experience will send guests fleeing from the fallen prison into unknown territory as they once again stage a desperate battle for survival against flesh-eating walkers and ruthless humans. The Walking Dead is based on the graphic novel written by Robert Kirkman and published by Image Comics. The series tells the story of the months and years after a zombie apocalypse. It follows a group of survivors led by Sheriff Rick Grimes who travel in search of a safe and secure home. The Walking Dead is the #1 show on television for adults ages 18 to 49. AMC's The Walking Dead returns for Season 5 this October. Let's see here. And that's it. So they are bringing back The Walking Dead this year. So there you go. I am excited for Halloween Horror Nights, and the tickets have gone on sale too for Halloween Horror Nights. So if you are looking to get tickets for Halloween Horror Nights, now is the time to buy, because the frequent fear pass, which gets you into 16 nights of Halloween Horror Nights, is $89, which is the cost of a one night at the park ticket for Halloween Horror Nights. So it would definitely be in your best interest to purchase now if you are interested. They also have the Rush of Fear pass for, I believe it's $75 online, and that gets you into the first 3 weeks of HHN. So definitely check that out on Universal's website there, and you can purchase those tickets. I know I will be purchasing mine soon because I am definitely going to Halloween Horror Nights. I love it. It's awesome. Have you ever been to Halloween Horror Nights, Chris?
Not yet. I'm hoping to go this fall. That's the plan.
Well, I'll be there.
Oh yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I'm thinking if we could do some sort of like live thing on the air with that, like you go through the haunted house or something like that.
We got. I know they're very strict about like cameras and video lighting, and just lighting in general. But one of my friends went through last year and got video. I think it was of me running through there, and I screamed like a little baby. So, but you know, it's you know, I will say, you know, the first year I did my first ever experience with the scare houses was Howl-O-Scream at Busch Gardens, which is still my favorite by far. It is light years scarier than Halloween Horror Nights.
Really?
And Ed will tell you this too, because of the fact that they have roving hordes of characters that will basically follow you around the park. And HHN, Universal is more, I think the scare that Universal is trying to go for is more of immersing yourself inside these stories that you're familiar with and scaring you that way instead of the actual scare, which is good and bad. It's good because if you watch these programs, then you're like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. You know, you're just freaking out. But if you don't watch it, you're kind of lost a little bit because you don't really. I mean, you get scared, but you still can't really follow the story because you don't know. You've never seen these things. That was my experience.
Mm-hmm.
On like The Walking Dead. I've never seen an episode of The Walking Dead. I've never seen it. So like when I went through the house last year, I was a little confused because I didn't really know all the stuff that was in there.
Right.
So
yeah.
It was scarier for my friends that had seen the show than it was for me. For me, they were just zombies that scared the crap out of me. You know, but at Howl-O-Scream, what's nice is, you know, they have more. Halloween Horror Nights does have some original houses, but Howl-O-Scream is all original houses, no franchises. So you basically, as you're waiting in line to get into the house, they're basically showing you what the story is as you're waiting in line. So for an example, one of the houses last year was an insane asylum, and basically one of the guys in there, they were calling him the Creature, had gotten loose and was doing all this bad stuff, and I believe the Creature was actually the guy who was running the asylum, when you're in the line, they play a video, and it shows the guy. It's like a video showing the guy who runs the thing, and it's like an introduction video. It says, welcome to the asylum. And there's like a whole backstory. But you get all that inside the line queue, and then when you go in, you know everything that's going on, so you can really be immersed in that whole thing and get scared.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. And the other thing is too, Halloween Horror Nights, because they do so much with the different brands and such, the different themes, shows, they aren't as intense as Howl-O-Scream. Howl-O-Scream is a much more intense situation. I had a guy, and Ed can tell you this, he saw it too. I had a guy, a scare actor, just in the park, walking around, doing the roving hordes, and he ran towards me, and he had these metal pads on his knees. And he ran towards me. He had like a knife, and he skid. He went right to his knees and skid up right behind me. And there were sparks coming from these metal pads. and he had this knife in his hand, and it freaked me out. I mean that's the kind of scare that you get with at Halloween versus Halloween Horror Nights. They'll sort of get in your face a little bit, and they'll growl at you, but they don't really do a whole lot more than that. There's not much more done than that. So, the same with the houses. I mean, it's all about the special effects and stuff like that. Not so much about the actual actors getting in your face. So, I don't know. I liked it better. They had one year. They had a house scream. They had a teddy bear. They had one house that was a Nightshade toy factory, and you were in one room, and there was just teddy bears all over the walls were just teddy bears. I mean, that was the whole wall, and they were just deformed teddy bears. And literally, like, I felt something grab my leg in that room, and I ran.
Yeah.
I mean, they were putting their hands through the teddy bears, and they pushed it far enough that the teddy bear grabbed my leg, and I freaked. I just ran. I was out of So they have good stuff, but both of them are really good. For me personally, I prefer Howl Scream. It seems to be a little bit more intense scream for me.
I'm gonna have to get over to Universal this year. I think it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm kind of like you, is that I don't watch The Walking Dead. I know people that do, but like you, I've never seen an episode in my life. So some of the rooms might be just way over my head and just kind of creepy looking, as opposed to going, oh, this room was in this episode. I remember this happening, and this is where that happened.
Exactly. And it's the same with everything it's the same with a lot of the stuff that Universal does. If you don't know, like Harry Potter and The Simpsons, like, I get it because I'm a huge Simpsons fan. So I mean, I've never missed a Sunday with The Simpsons. I can't even remember a Sunday that I missed watching The Simpsons. So our any day they were on, because they were on other days too. But I can't remember ever missing an episode of The Simpsons. So when they built Springfield, I was beyond ecstatic because that really put me into the show. It took something that has always been a part of my life and put me in that, and that was really cool. Which they do the same thing with Harry Potter, and they do the same thing with The Walking Dead, and they're very good at that. But I think for the guests that don't really know what's going on, they should have some sort of pre-show video or something that sort of explains what you're getting into, even if they just made like a 30-second clip or minute and a half long clip that just made up some story, some sort of size. I think the people that know the show too would be excited too if they saw some sort of side story as they were walking into the house. That may enhance it for them as well, plus the guests that are in there, and give them some sort of story to add to the scare factor. So instead of just being Walking Dead, or you're walking through these areas, and if you don't know what these areas are, then I don't know. But moving on, Universal releases info on new entertainment and interactive experiences coming to Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley. Today, Universal Orlando has given us some insight of the entertainment and interactive experiences coming to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley area. Here are some of the things to come while exploring the streets of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley. Guests will be able to enjoy the following shows: the tales of Beetle the Bard, a new stage show taking place with Carket Market, a covered outdoor shopping area inspired by London's famous markets. The show will feature a troupe of 4 from the Wizarding Academy of Dramatic Arts who have set up to perform a trunk show using stylized scenic pieces, props, and property fabricated by Emmy Award-winning design Michael Curry. Curry is best known as the production designer on projects including the 2010 Winter Olympics opening ceremony and the 2012 Super Bowl halftime show. The performers will retell 2 of the famed tales of Beetle the Bard, a 15th century author of wizarding fairy tales. The show will feature the Fountain of Fair Fortune, in which 3 witches and a knight meet in their attempt to reach the fountain and are in an enchanted garden, and a tale of the 3 brothers featured in the 7th film Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, in which 3 wizard brothers come face to face with death. The singing sorceresses Celestina, Warbeck and the Banshees, a musical performance featuring the ever-popular singing sensation of the wizarding world known from the books as Molly Weasley's favorite singer, who she listens to on the Wizarding Wireless Network. The swinging show will feature never-before-heard songs, including A Cauldron Full of Hot, Strong Love, You Stole My Cauldron, But You Can't Have My Heart, and You Charmed the Heart Right Out of Me. These titles were all created by J.K. Rowling, and the lyrics also include never before revealed information on Celestina's wand from Pottermore. There will also be various interactive opportunities for guests to enjoy while visiting London and Diagon Alley. The Night Bus, which provides emergency transport for the stranded witch or wizard in the Harry Potter books and films, is located in the London area of the new land. Guests will be able to meet and chat with the Night Bus conductor and witness his rapport with the shrunken head hanging from the rear view mirror. The iconic 3-story purple Night Bus was inspired by its first appearance in the third film, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Sorry.
I think that's right. That's how I say it.
Okay. I feel better then, because I apologize, folks. I've still not got around to seeing the movies. I have not seen them yet. Sorry.
Me neither. Woo! That's two of us.
You are a perfect fit for this show, Mikey.
There we go. Okay, you're like the first person ever that has not seen this.
Yeah, you know what? I saw about half of the first one. I just zoned out. I wasn't feeling it, and I just let it go. But now that this is coming up here, the new show, or the new area, I feel like I have to watch them and get acquainted with it.
Yep. Yeah.
And who knows? I may like it. I don't know. I didn't get all the way through the first one, so who knows? I may enjoy it. We'll see. Gringotts Money Exchange, a place where guests will be able to interact with a Gringotts bank goblin and exchange their Muggle currency for wizarding banknotes. These banknotes can be used within both Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, and throughout the rest of Universal's 2 theme parks to purchase snacks and items from the shops.
They're like itchy and scratchy dollars.
It is, and most locations don't take itchy and scratchy dollars. Ollivanders, makers of fine wands since 382 BC, one of the Wizarding World's premier wand shops. Visitors to Ollivanders will step into the small, dusty shop and experience a wand choosing a wizard firsthand, reminiscent of one of the most iconic scenes from the Harry Potter books and film. This interactive experience is also available at Ollivanders in Hogsmeade at Universal's Islands of Adventure. Diagon Alley is slated to open this summer, and it'll probably open in 2 weeks, maybe. They are having the media event for Diagon Alley is next week, and they're doing Jimmy Fallon next week, which is supposedly a preview. Is going to host some sort of preview of Diagon Alley, and there's just a lot of things going on next week. So, and the the walls are down in the Diagon Alley area, and supposedly testing is going to begin this week for the ride, and so there's a really good chance. A week, another week, another week after that, maybe, I don't know, but we'll see. I'm sure they'll announce it next week. Busch Gardens celebrates pass holders with sidewalk safari nights. Busch Gardens is holding a special event for Busch Gardens Pass and Fun Card members. This event will take place Fridays and Saturdays, June 13th through 14th and the 20th through the 21st, from 7:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. It will not only feature exclusive entry for members, but new animal encounters exclusive to this event. This event will also include special looks into the 2 most popular shows at the park, Exploration and Burn the Floor, Untapped. Plus, attendees will have the chance to learn some fiery dance moves from the cast of Burn the Floor, Untapped. Members will also get to meet some of the stars of the Busch Gardens hit TV series, The Wildlife Docs, at the park's state-of-the-art Animal Care Center. I've always been a huge fan of the Animal Care Center. Other activities will be announced as they get closer to the event. You can find out more by clicking, there's a link on our website. Annual passes, which include unlimited admission throughout the year, free parking, and no blackout dates continue to be the best value for Florida residents, and start just at $13 per month with Easy Pay. And make sure you check that out. I am going to go on the 21st, actually, and check out that event. It sounds like a lot of fun. I know Busch Gardens did an event last year with Coke for pass holders. That was a lot of fun. Busch Gardens is always a lot of fun at night. It's a fun park in general. I mean, if you haven't been, you have to go. It's one of my favorites. Coaster wise, it's way up there. So, awesome stuff. And speaking of coasters, the world's tallest coaster and more are coming to Orlando International Drive. At a press conference this morning, it was announced, or this was the other day, that plans to develop the world's tallest roller coaster and the lavish indoor entertainment complex at International Drive and Sand Lake Road are in motion. The coaster will be 570 feet tall and will also be one of the longest, being over 5,200 feet long. The coaster will climb the tower, and once it reaches the top, 52 stories high, will send riders swirling around the tower. The cost of admission for unlimited rides on the coaster will be $20. Bill Kitchen, founder of U.S. Thrill Rides and creator of the Polar Coaster, said not only will the Sky Scraper coaster be the world's tallest, we believe it will be the most thrilling. There will be incredible heart-pounding inside and outside loops, dives, spirals, and inversions like the world has never seen before. David and Joshua Wallach, the owners of Mango's Tropical Cafe and Mango's Tropical Cafe South Beach, one of my favorite places to go in Miami, are in charge of the project that will bring the tallest building in Central Florida to Orlando's International Drive. Construction is slated to begin in second quarter of 2015 and is expected to be finished in 2016. The 12-acre area will feature the coaster, shopping, go-kart tracks, and much more. The top of the coaster will feature 2 floors, the bottom a observation deck, and on top a restaurant that turns into a nightclub. Imagine a night of incredible dining, lounging, and dancing atop a glass elevator ride 55 stories into the air. Ed will never go on this, said David Wallach. It's a true meaning of engineering.
Say Ed will never go on this.
I know you won't go on it though.
I know.
It's a true meaning of engineering, technology, and art that is making this dream happen for us. We plan to bring Ocean Drive to iDrive with a few dining and nightlife districts. A new dining and nightlife district that locals and Orlando visitors won't want to miss. Next to our theme parks, International Drive is one of the most recognized icons of Orlando, said Visit Orlando President and CEO George Agol. It's exciting for our tourism community to see this type of investment being made to continuously raise the bar on the dining and entertainment experiences we offer across our destination. With iDrive 360 going right down the street, this is the largest amount of changes we've seen going into International Drive in a while. This will, in my opinion, truly elevate an area that really needs it. So there you go. And I am very excited about this. If you go on our website, you can actually see pictures of this coaster, and it looks really cool. I mean, it's a tall, just like a Space Needle almost, with a coaster attached to it. And the area around it looks fantastic as well, the shopping district and everything. And I have to say, as someone that grew up in Orlando, and I think Orlando has never really fully utilized the full potential of International Drive. It's such a main artery for the tourist area. It's not the theme parks, but it's second to the theme parks, and they can do so much with that area. And I think it's finally getting what it needs. With iDrive 360 going in with all the stuff that's going in there, the Orlando Eye and the aquarium, and then the Madame Tussauds and all that stuff, and now this. I mean, this is going to be the place to be, and people are going to start looking at this as a destination as a place to stay at as well. And I just think it's going to be awesome. I mean, I love iDrive. I used to do Segway tours on iDrive. It's an excellent area. There's just nothing but excitement happening on iDrive, and there's tourists and people at the convention center, and there's all kinds of food and different any type of food you want is on iDrive, and there's just so much excitement on that road, and it's really cool. It's a great area, so this will be much needed, and I think that little section there where they're going to put it, Sand Lake and iDrive there is a main artery. I mean, that's probably the biggest intersection on International Drive, and it's definitely certain sections of that are where this is going have been run down a little bit, so it'll be nice to see them get a makeover and have this awesome design going on. And there's going to be stuff going across the street, and that whole area there, they've already started across the street from where this is going to go, building that area up, and there's a Chewy's in there and a few other different places over there, and it looks really nice. I'm really pleased. This is going to be awesome. In 2016 is going to be the year to get to Orlando, because I mean, between this and iDrive 360 and Diagon Alley, and now you've got Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and all kinds of stuff going on in the parks. I mean, that's going to be the year. So definitely check that out, and we'll keep you up to date on that stuff as it happens. Celebrate dads with a Father's Day getaway at Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress. Celebrate dad at the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress with rates starting at $149 per night. Located just minutes from the Walt Disney World Resort, Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress is a high-end resort featuring a brand new half-acre free-flowing lagoon pool and tons of activities, from taking out a hydro bike in Lake Windsong to the Grand Cypress Golf Course, a multi-award-winning golf course. They have everything to make for a great vacation. And you can look on our website, and there are a couple links on our website, and you can look at our reviews of when we stayed at the Hyatt Regency Grand Cypress. And I got to tell you, we stayed there, and it wasn't too long ago that we stayed there, and it was actually an awesome resort. And one of the neat things that I like about this resort is it's not all inclusive, but it sort of is. The fun is all inclusive, I should say. The food and stuff like that, yeah, they have food and stuff. It's not included, but when you go to the resort, you do pay a resort fee when you check in to your room. But it's $22 a day, I believe. But that includes all activities at the resort. So if you want to take out a canoe or a paddle boat, you want to go swimming in the pool, there's all kinds of fun activities. There's a pitch and putt course. All these things are included in your resort fee, which is absolutely awesome. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff to do. So, I mean, you definitely won't go wrong staying there. It's a great hotel. And we're going to talk about another great hotel here in a little bit here after this. All right, the last bit of news we have this week, and this is something that I am absolutely excited about. And I'm excited for two reasons, and I'll tell you why at the end. Special Friday the 13th event coming to Legends Haunting at Old Town, featuring some of your favorite bloggers. Legends Haunting, a scare house at Old Town in Kissimmee, is celebrating Friday, June 13th with prizes, $13 admissions, and a chance to be scared by some of your favorite bloggers, including us. There will actually be 13 scare actors on hand, making this one of the scariest events ever. Me and Ed, this is one of the reasons why I'm excited, from our podcast, as well as Big Fat Panda from BigFatPanda.com, Eric and Rachel Yates from BehindTheThrills.net, and Daniel Anderson from DisneyLifestylers.com will be scare actors in what is sure to bring terror and fear to all who enter. They will be also giving out prizes to every 13th person who enters, with admission at just $13. This is a can't-miss event. Legends Haunting is a scare house like no other. I'm sure you're used to Halloween Horror Nights where it's a line of people walking through a house. Well, that's not the case here. It's all about smaller groups here, no line of people. Smaller groups allow for much more scaring, and trust me, if you are not scared by the time you get to me, I will make it, and this I'm talking about myself here, I will make it a personal mission to make sure you are by the time you leave. Come if you dare and follow the story of the Ashdown family, undertakers whose business is failing because no one's getting sick. If everyone lives, the undertaking business dies. But the Ashdown family has the solution. Come down and see that solution firsthand and take a tour of their business. I promise you, you will not forget your visit. So come down to Legends Haunting on this Friday, actually. Me and Ed will be scare actors and they scare house there, and we've done it before, and it's absolutely a blast. I have so much fun, and it's actually a really good house. You will not be disappointed. It is a Halloween Horror Nights quality house. I mean, it really is a quality house. Halloween Horror Nights quality house. But they send you in smaller groups, and I honestly think some of the aspects of the house are a lot scarier than Halloween Horror Nights. And some of the other houses that I've been to. But one of the main things that makes it a lot more scarier is the smaller groups. You know, going through a house where there's a line of people, you know that when you get to a certain section, there's always that person that you can use as sort of the test dummy to check and see if there's something that's going to come at you. And then if they come at you, they're not going to come at you again because you've already seen them. Well, that's not the case with the smaller groups. With the smaller groups, everyone gets scared. We will find you. I will find you. I will scare you good. Trust me. It's well worth it. I had a blast last time. I don't think anyone left that was not scared. We sent a couple people to therapy. It was well worth the experience. So you guys will have a blast. Come down, $13 at Old Town Orlando. That's in Kissimmee. That's where Fun Spot USA is and all that, right in that general area there. That's right off of 192. Come down and tell them you're there for the blogger event, Friday the 13th, and I'm telling you, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I just wish we could get Chris down there to scare too.
I'd like that. That'd be fun.
Next time,
I've done that.
you have to let me know next time you're down, and I will set that up.
Sweet.
We will just bring some old clothes, old dressy shirts that you don't mind getting torn up, and we will make you into a zombie.
I got some of those. I'm a local actor up here. I can bring some pretty good costumes too.
Well, we would welcome it. So you have to let me know next time you're in town. I will definitely set that up. We'll get you in the scare house.
Sweet, right on.
You will love it. You will love it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's gonna do it for the news for this week. And before we go on to Ed with his weather and Twitter segment, I want to thank Unforgettable Destinations. Pack your bags and head to Disney. Leave all the planning to the experts at Unforgettable Destinations. Staff are available to share their love for Disney while you sit back and relax. Imagine a stress-free vacation from the planning process until you return home. Unforgettable Destinations gladly helps you reserve your package, prepare a park touring plan, make dining reservations, special insider tips, and so much more. Call toll-free 1-800-450-8123 or visit www.unforgettabledestinations.com. Be sure to check out all of the Disney destinations, including the popular Disney Cruise Line vacations, at their website, www.unforgettabledestinations.com. And we have Ed with the weather and Twitter. Weather and Twitter's weather and Twitter's
Weather and Twitter.
Weather and Twitter. Have like a lisp or something. Weather and Twitter.
Alright, starting with Thursday, June 12th, it's a chance of thunderstorm with a low of 71 and a high of 87. On Friday, it's a chance of thunderstorm, low of 71 and a high of 90. Then on Saturday, it's a chance of thunderstorm, a low of 72 and a high of 91. Then Sunday, partly cloudy with a low of 73 and a high of 92. And as far as rumors this week, we were talking about HHN earlier. Well, supposedly one of the original houses is going to be based off the lost colony of Roanoke.
Okay, I don't know what the lost colony of Roanoke is.
Okay, the lost colony is actually the first colony that settled in America. Someone please correct me, but it was the first colony that settled in America, and some people went back to England, and then when they came back, it was just gone. There's nothing there. It just disappeared.
Roanoke Colony. Let's look this up. Roanoke Colony on Roanoke Island. And let's see here.
This was in Virginia.
Was a late 16th century attempt by Queen Elizabeth to establish a permanent English settlement. The enterprise was financed and organized. Ooh. Okay, let's see here. The first group of colonists disappeared during the Anglo-Spanish War. 3 years after the last shipment of supplies from England, their disappearance gave rise to the nickname the Lost Colony. To this day, there has been no conclusive evidence as to what happened to the colonists. Wow, that sounds pretty freaking awesome. I like that plan. I've never heard of that before. That is awesome. Okay. Wow. Is that the only thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then if that's it, then we are going to move on to our review this week. We want to thank MapleLeafTickets.com. They've been providing discount Orlando area attraction tickets for more than 30 years. Visit them today at MapleLeafTickets.com or call 1-800-841-2837. That's 1-800-841-2837. Wow, Roanoke Colony. I like that. It's good. I like that. It's a good theme. Well, they've got me more excited. I didn't think they could do that, but they did. And they haven't even announced it yet. All right, so moving on this week, I want to talk to you about we recently did a overnight at the Lake Buena Vista Village Resort and Spa, located off of 535 in the Kissimmee area near Disney. If you've ever been down on 535, you'll see there's a set of outlet malls near. There's a Walmart, and then there's like a set of outlet malls. If you're coming from the Walmart, it would be on your right. There's a set of outlet malls on 535, which is one of the highways there. And right behind there is the large buildings, and it looks sort of like an apartment, but it's actually a resort. And they're actually condos. And we got to stay in one this weekend and check out the spa at this place. And I got to tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. I was more than pleasantly surprised. I was shocked. Our room, I shouldn't say shocked, but our room was just fantastic. You know, I know it was a free media stay for us. I should say that up front. But honest opinion, it was really cool. The rooms are 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms. Our 2-bedroom room had oh my gosh, it had the 2 bedrooms. It had 2 bathrooms, and it also had a little living area. And there was a kitchen and a dining room. And this is all in one room. It was like something like, I think it said like 1,400 square feet or something. It was huge. Now I'll save the best for last, but we had the kitchen, a fully stocked kitchen, all the utensils you could need, even a pizza cutter, which we thought we were going to need and we didn't need. Stove, refrigerator, everything's there except the stuff to make, the food. But they had ample glassware, ample plates, everything was there. Nice kitchen table to eat at, or a nice dining room table to eat at, nice chairs. There was a living room area right next to that that had a 5-panel TV and a couch. And then there was an outdoor balcony. We were on the 13th floor, so we had a nice view of Orlando. We could see all the way down to downtown Orlando. And then you could see over to the parks as well from our room. We actually got to see illuminations from our room that night, which was really cool, from the hotel. The bedrooms, Ed's bedroom, I'll let you talk about your bedroom. It was just a basic 2-bedroom, 2 beds. Talk about your bedroom.
Well, everything Rod said was true, That 2 full?
Yeah, full beds.
2 full beds, no TV in a bath. It was a really nice room.
Yeah, it had a TV in there. It was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had a full bath with a shower and a bathroom, and it was very nice. I mean, it was very clean. Everything was fantastic. I mean, it was nice. Now that was Ed's room. Now my room, I stayed in the master bedroom, which had a king bed, and you'll never believe what was next to the king bed. Now this is I've never seen anything like this, but I absolutely thought this was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. There was a hot tub, or jacuzzi tub, right next to the king bed. I mean, literally, like I could roll over in the bed and touch it. That's how close it was. I've never seen anything like it. But literally, there was this huge jacuzzi tub right next to my bed. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and then behind the jacuzzi tub was the biggest shower I've ever seen in my life. I mean, seriously. The biggest shower I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't imagine. I mean, I've never seen a shower so big, but it was awesome. I mean, it was a full bathroom inside the bedroom. There was a jacuzzi tub in there. The jacuzzi tub worked great. I went in there twice. It was fantastic. The bed was great. The only negative I'll give to this hotel is the linens could have been a little bit better, but that's about it. I mean, everything else was fantastic. I mean, it wasn't like thick comforters and stuff like that, but it was perfect. It was good enough. I mean, it was great. I have no complaints really, except maybe if they wanted to make it more luxury, then they could maybe have thicker comforters. But that's it. And that's not really even that big of a deal to me. So, I mean, it's not a deal breaker, especially. And now this is the best price. Now you take all those things together. Let me ask you, Chris, what do you think you would pay? For something like that, what do you think you would pay for that for a night in a room like that?
For one night, given everything you said, like all the accommodations, the giant jacuzzi tub right beside the bed, the 20-person shower, I would probably say, I don't know. I mean, upwards of, I don't know, 200. I'm just ballparking. I have no idea. 200, 220.
116 a night.
That's like just more than a night at Pop Century or something.
Exactly.
Well, that's amazing. That's ridiculous.
That's for the 2-bedroom condo that we had. That's with every room has the jetted tub or the jacuzzi tub.
Yeah.
116. I looked after the fact on the website, and I was just looking. And when you're looking at the website, you're looking as a guest. You're seeing what the specials are. That was the rate. 116 a night.
Wow.
I mean, insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, no kidding.
I mean, and the grounds for this hotel are beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, they have this amazing pool with a giant pirate ship in it that has a slide that goes through the pirate ship. There's at the main pool there's 3 hot tubs. There's an awesome tiki bar right there, right next to the pool.
Now you got me hooked.
Drinks and snacks, and they actually serve breakfast there. It's the Pirates Bar. It had a weird name, Lenny Luau's or something like that. Luau's Lenai or something like that. I don't remember. Jacuzzi our bar. So it's actually Ed might have it somewhere. He's pulling it out. Oh, there he is. He's got it right now. It is the Lanny's Lanai's Luau Food and Spirits, and they have Lanai's Luau Punch, which I didn't try, but I will go back and try. Now, the other thing, what's also nice about this property is just the pool and all that is nice. They have a quiet pool that has another hot tub, but it doesn't stop there. You also have a Pizza Hut Express in the building. You have a 5-star rated on Yelp. This is on Yelp, so it's user reviewed, 5-star reviewed Irish pub, Frankie Farrell's, in the hotel as well. It's got a lot of reviews, and they're all glowing. They say it's fantastic. I didn't go there this time, but I will get back to that area and just go there sometime soon. They got a great review there. They also have a grocery store. I mean, they have a grocery store with everything. I mean, the grocery store is overflowing with stuff. I mean, everything you could possibly need, from kitchen utensils to Cheez-Its to cereal to whatever you need for your room. They had it in there ready to go, and I mean, ready for you to purchase. I mean, this place is prepared. I mean, this is. If you're looking to stay, 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, this is definitely worth checking out for the family. I think you guys will have a great time, and it'll definitely be your home away from home. And I didn't have any issues with the room. I'm telling you. I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, you can't beat the price 116. I mean, it's fantastic. Now, the second part of the trip or the media trip that we did was checking out the spa there, Reflection Spa. And I'm not really a spa person. I don't go to spas. I don't necessarily. I've done massages before in the past. Not something I do regularly, but I do them every once in a while. And they wanted me to do a package there, and to pick something to do there. And I did the massage package, which I did the 50-minute tropical massage, and it was a great experience. When you get to the spa. You walk up to the or you take the in the main building. There's actually 5 buildings. I think there's 5 buildings. You go to the main building, building 1, and you go to the 5th floor. And when you enter the 5th floor, it's like you've entered a whole nother world, because the spa just looks. It's you. There's no hallway. There's nothing. You're just at the spa. And I went in. I filled out a form, as you do with any massage you get. You always fill out a waiver, and you tell them what pain you have, and where you're hurting, and where would you like them to focus on, and so on and so forth, and da 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 da. And I was having some lower back things, so I said, a little twinge in my back, so I said, it'd be nice if you did this, and they took it down and everything. And then we went into the men's lounge. Now, this was actually really neat. I thought this was a cool aspect of the whole area. The men's lounge is when you walk in, or when you go in to get your treatment, they give you a key, which goes to a locker, which has your slippers and your robe inside the locker. Now, inside the men's lounge, it's a regular like restroom facility. They have sinks and bath, toilets, all that stuff in there. But they also have a sauna and showers. So, after you do your treatment, you can do like me, which I went to the sauna and sat in the steam room for a little while, and did a shower right after that. And what's nice is they provide all of the toiletries for you for the shower, and they have hair gel by the sinks, and they have mouthwash and deodorant and everything right there ready to go for you in this men's lounge area. So it was thoroughly stocked. It was a great experience, thoroughly stocked. Now, after you leave the men's lounge, you go into the like spa waiting area, and the spa waiting area, it's just weird. Like when you go into the waiting area, it just feels weird, because you feel like the way they did it is you feel like you're in like a secluded like vault or something. It just feels like something that like there's really no one in there. There's no one really walking around. It's very quiet and calm, and it just feels like you're in like some weird room where it's like deep inside a building, and you're really not, but it really does give off that vibe, which is to me was very calming and relaxing. And so you walk in there, and they have a fish tank, and it's very beautiful, and they have nice comfy leather couches, and they were serving cappuccino and coffee and tea and all kinds of different drinks, and they were also serving they had light snacks for you to snack on while you were waiting. I went in there, and immediately Gloria met me once I got in there, and she was had me ready to go for my massage, and we went back, and we did the massage in 50 minutes. Every time I get a massage, it always feels like by the time they're done, I'm like, you're done? It didn't feel like an hour. It never feels like an hour. But she did great.
It didn't feel like an hour. It's 15 minutes. It's not an hour.
Well, yeah, but it didn't feel like 50 minutes.
I'm just messing with you.
But she did a great job. It was a fantastic massage. It was really good. So definitely check that out. It was very relaxing. The whole area is very relaxing. Even sitting in the sauna afterwards, and they had the stuff to make it the sauna steam, and it was really great. And then I just decided, hey, I'll go take a shower right here, and I had my clothes in the locker. It was a fantastic experience. So I would highly recommend the spa at this location. It was well worth the trip there. So if you're gonna come down and you're gonna spend a week or 2 weeks there, plan one day to go to the spa and look at some of the treatments that they offer, and you'll have a great time there. So a very relaxing time. I shouldn't say a great time, but a very relaxing time. So awesome stuff there, and we had a great time there, and I would definitely go back again. I would definitely pay myself just to go back, because it's such a great deal. We're already planning on making a trip back for some weekends upcoming, just spending the night there, so with some friends. So It's pretty awesome. It's a great offsite resort. It's just pretty awesome. So that next day, actually, I'll let Ed talk because Ed, while I was getting my massage, Ed was at the co-op, Marketplace Co-op.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you tell us about the new shop at
Yes,
Downtown Disney?
The new the co-op shop open. It has. Let me see. It has well, I'll go through the stores now. There's the. It's very open and it has like different areas, kind of like different stores. There's the D-Tech. There's the trophy room. There's the centerpiece, which was my favorite. Can't think of the name. It was something in pickles. Something pickles, and there was one more, and I can't think of the name. So there's like five stores. D-Tech had like all your iPhone cases and all that. Trophy room had a lot of like basic, sports jerseys, sports shirts,
nice.
and all that. The pickles store, I can't remember the name. It was more for younger girls and all that. Then the other one, I can't think of the name, had a lot of purses and all that. It had like a whole bunch of purses. And the centerpiece, which was my favorite, that's the one that's gonna have all your Disney merchandise. Had like the plates. It's the Aloha. Then it had all the various tiki mugs and tiki idols from Disneyland.
All the stuff, the orange bird.
Yes, the orange bird stuff. All of that stuff. The glassware with the posters, and everything.
Yeah, everyone. That's the one store that everyone's clamoring for.
Yeah.
What's funny? What I found hilarious, and as a Disney fan, I can relate to this. But I saw people and photos of people just leaving with baskets full of stuff. I mean, I've never seen that at a Disney store. You go into like the Emporium, and people leave with a shirt or one or two items. I mean, people had baskets piled with stuff. I mean, Disney had been teasing this merchandise for a while, and they were just ecstatic to get it. You have, as far as these stores are concerned, you have Beautifully Disney, D-Tech On Demand, Centerpiece, the Trophy Room. I can't think of this other one here. Something Zoe Pickles and Cherry Tree Lane.
Yes, I forgot the what was it? Beautifully Disney.
Yeah, Beautifully Disney.
That's where they had the makeup.
Well, that's not. You're not a makeup person. So.
Well, they didn't have my shade lipstick, so
I did not know you wore lipstick. I will remember that from now
on. Okay. Yes. It was.
But it looks. I saw the pictures. It looks awesome. We'll get the pictures. Half of the pictures are up on our Flickr page now. By the way, Mickey Updates on Flickr.
The store is a good store. It's not a great store, mostly because there's only one section of the store I really like.
Yeah,
but I know that section is great.
But the other thing is too.
Good, but it's not.
The other side of it too is I heard that stuff is going to be changed out quarterly. All that merchandise gets changed out quarterly. So if that's the case, it's going to make it an even better store. I have to disagree with you, even though the store there's only about one or two sections I like in that store. Just from the merchandise that I saw, it is the best store on Disney property because of the fact that that's the merchandise that I want. It's not just the T-shirts and the Emporium stuff that I can get everywhere. I mean, the T-shirts you can get those everywhere. I mean, they have the same shirts everywhere, but I'm
not saying it's not the best store. It's just that one section is the best place to best merchandise and all that. It's just the other stuff,
Yeah, it's not your stuff. You're not into the makeup. You're not into the purses. But I mean, they've basically taken everything that people like to buy at Disney or have wanted to buy at Disney and made it into a store, and that's why people are nuts about it and are leaving with baskets full of stuff.
They need Mickey pants. Go buy Mickey pants.
You want to buy Mickey pants? Oh,
to wear as pants.
I'm sure that they need a Disney bounding store. Then you can buy Mickey pants.
With detachable and detachable tail.
Yeah. So is that it?
Mm-hmm.
But you did enjoy the centerpiece. It was great.
Yeah.
So there you go on that. And the next day, Sunday, we actually got to go to the Mark Hamill a conversation with Mark Hamill And I've seen Mark Hamill before at a Star Wars Celebration. Never seen him do a panel before, but it was great seeing him do a panel at Star Wars Weekends.
You weren't at the Mark Hamill panel for Star Wars Celebration?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, I was.
Oh, okay, I've never seen him do a panel before.
I swear you were there.
No, I wasn't there.
Okay.
But we did. I might have been there, but I think I was somewhere else. But we did the Mark Hamill panel, which was the conversation with Mark Hamill, which was awesome. He talked about everything, and he just is Mark Hamill. I mean, he talks about whatever, and even there was even points when James Arnold Taylor, the host, was trying to steer him back to other conversations because he was getting a little risque for Disney parks, which was hilarious. And it was just a blast. He did the Joker, the voice for the Joker. He did a few things. It was awesome, and it was cool seeing him on stage. And I always love Mark Hamill. He's just a great guy. So that was really awesome. And that to me, I mean, I don't know if I'll make it back for Star Wars Weekends next weekend for the last weekend, because the last weekend is this weekend. But for me, if that had to be my closer, that would be the best closer for Star Wars Weekends for me. And that's just fantastic. So awesome stuff there. And then that night we got to ride Mine Train again and have a good time there. And one thing I wanted to talk about, though, that happened to me on that night when we went to Magic later on that evening after Star Wars Weekends is, everyone knows that they have the Fast Pass Plus, and they have the you can get your 4th Fast Pass after. If you don't know, if you book 3 Fast Passes in a day, you can park hop. Let's say you book 3 at Hollywood Studios, which I did that day for Star Wars Weekends. After those passes expire, you can park hop to another park and then get another 4th Fast Pass. And then after that one expires, you can get another Fast Pass, and so on and so forth. But you have to do it at a kiosk. So when I went to Magic, I went to the kiosk, and my friends were like, "Come on, get a Fast Pass, get something," and we had like 2 hours, and I was like, "All right, I'll get something," and then really the only thing available was Pirates, so I got Pirates, and then I went to go check my phone to see what time my Pirates was, and I noticed on my phone there was like a green banner where the Pirates thing was, and it said you got a special Fast Pass, and I guess they're testing out a new Fast Pass, and basically the way that it works is they give you it gives you a set of options. Instead of just being Pirates, you can do any one attraction from that list. So it was like Peter Pan, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, Little Mermaid. There was like 5 attractions. Teacups, I think, was on there too. But I could just select it. I literally tried it because I went to Haunted Mansion. I didn't ride it, but I just tried the thing to see if it was go green. And when I walked up to the attraction, the Mickey went green, and I could have gotten on the attraction, even though that I booked for Fast Pass Plus for Pirates of the Caribbean. So that was rather strange, and it was funny because when I went and asked the cast member, the cast member at Haunted Mansion, I said, I got this. Have you ever seen this before? And she said, yeah, about 5 minutes ago. That was the first time I ever saw it. So I guess that was the first time they ever tried that system out or something that night. But we got to see that again. And we stayed a little bit after extra magic hours and just kind of walked around the park, which if you're not staying at property, you can still walk around the park. You just can't really get on the attractions. I don't advise that, but if you want to, you can just walk around. And we grabbed a snack and then walked around and looked in some of the shops and stuff. Awesome stuff there. But if you haven't seen on Twitter, and I'm throwing this out there now because I have no idea. I gotta figure this out. It's driving me crazy. If you haven't seen on Twitter, on YouTube, there's a video. If you go on our Mickey Updates page and you look up crazy nighttime like castle video, there is a video. There is something that happens every night. It happens for me. It happens on Sundays. Hold on. Every Sunday after EMH starts, every 30 minutes after EMH starts. So EMH starts at midnight. At 12:30 is usually when it starts. There is a crazy castle show that happens on the castle every 30 minutes, and it's not the Kiss Goodnight, and it's not a projection show. It's none of that. I've been to like 6 or 7 different cast members and asked them, do you know what this is? And they look at me and they say, oh, that's the Kiss Goodnight. And then they listen to it and they're like, wait a second, that's not the Kiss Goodnight. And they don't know what it is. I went to guest relations this week, and I asked because one of my friends suggested that I go to guest relations, and I asked. And the girl went and asked her boss, and she said, oh, that's the Kiss Goodnight. And I said, no, it's not. So then I'm walking out, and it comes on, and I literally ran into guest relations, and I said, you hear that music? And she said, yeah. And I said, that is not the Kiss Goodnight. And she said, right. And her boss was standing right there, and she's like, I have no idea what that is. So if anybody knows, I mean, I've asked like 10 people now, if anybody knows what this is, and you can look at the video on my Facebook page. Some people have said it's a preliminary Kiss Goodnight to kind of usher you to say, hey, look, we're closing in 2 hours. Start heading out. Some people have said, some people have said it may be a test for the lights on the castle. I don't know, but basically what happens is the castle dances, the lights on the castle dance. They flick to different colors. There's like random projections that show up on the castle, not the 3D projections, just random like projections, like a rose projection or something, like a lighted rose projection or something like that, shows up on the castle. And maybe like I think there was snowflakes or something, and then there's like some upbeat Disney music that plays. They play sometimes it's Pinocchio music. You'll hear like this Pinocchio, like some of the upbeat music from Pinocchio played on there. And they play this whole routine, and they do maybe like 2 or 3 songs with the castle flashing, and it eventually stops, and then the castle goes completely dark. It goes completely dark, and then it comes back up, and then it goes right back to the Main Street music. And when you see it, I'm telling you, I'm trying to start this thing. Tell all your friends to look out for this. We need to spread this around the internet because we need to get an answer to this. I need to know what this is. It's driving me absolutely insane. It is not the Kiss Goodnight. I know that because it's not the same music. You can look at the video on I'm going to put a link to the video in our show notes for this show so you guys can see it. And you can tell me what you think it is. But, look at it and see what you think it is. Tell your friends. If you know anyone that might know, let me know. I've recorded it twice. It absolutely drives me bonkers because cast members have said it has no name. They don't know what it is. They admit that it happens. They know that it happens, and a bunch of my friends have seen it, and my friends know that it happens too. They've seen it as well. So it's there. I just don't know what it is. And if you see it, ask someone. Ask, hey, what is this? I've never seen this show before. Literally after, I bet you it happens after every EMH, every 30 minutes. And then when you get to, let's say the park closes at 1 for EMH, it closes at 1. At 1 you will have the Kiss Goodnight. And then at 1:30 you will have the Kiss Goodnight again. But before that, you'll have that show. So it's definitely something to check out. It's like a little bonus there at night, and I just do not know what it is. And it's just weird. It's like maybe 2 minutes long, and it's weird. But if you happen to find out what it is, let me know because I don't know if you saw my video, Chris, or you saw me posting about it, but
I did. I saw it, and I watched it a couple of times, and I think I've seen that. Other people pass around that video too and say, "What the heck is this?" It's definitely not the Kiss Goodnight from what I've experienced as the Kiss Goodnight for sure. And it's almost like somebody's just gone backstage and is pressing a bunch of buttons and hit play on music. That's literally what it looks like.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no theme. It's just craziness for like 2 minutes, and then that's it. And then the castle goes completely dark, and then it's off, and then it restarts. And
what? Like it reminds me of Disneyland, where prior to World of Color, they have this. It's almost like that game Simon, where they put the different colors on, and you got to do it in the right order. And the person that gets it the fastest based on the colors that are flashing on the big wheel gets to control the wheel and the colors for like 30 seconds.
Huh.
So I mean, I don't think it's anything like that, but
No,
it's
I mean, no one
it's
gets.
the same idea. It's just a bunch of craziness.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought anything if it didn't have like. It was like 2 weeks ago that I realized that it's actually on a schedule, which really got me thinking that there has to be something because it really is on a schedule. It like actually happens every 30 minutes. So there has to be some sort of documentation on what this is,
Yeah.
why it happens, and it's just so weird to me that no one knows.
That's bizarre. Yeah, that's weird. How no one knows.
I mean, literally, I was speaking to the manager or the coordinator for guest relations that night, and she had no idea. So, I mean, I don't know if they're not telling their people or what, but it's like such a mystery, and the mystery has to be solved.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
but I want to know. I don't know. It's interesting, but I mean, hopefully we figure it out soon. I'm just curious to know if it has a name and what it is and what its purpose is other than just being. I mean, it's actually a cool show. I mean, it's kind of like a clandestine a show that no one really knows existed because it's not on the Times Guide and it just happens and it's it's just cool because it's like kind of secret. To me, it is. So I don't know, but hopefully we'll figure it out soon. But with that being said, I think that's going to do it for this week's show. We want to thank our sponsors first before we go. Unless Chris, you want to say anything, if there's anything you want to say, thank you for joining us this week.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a lot of fun being here and looking forward to the show. I mean, I guess I could say something we just announced on V24, which is the at 4 o'clock. What's that?
I said I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, 4 o'clock Eastern, 7 days a week now, weekends included. We've taken a half-hour segment from DJ Elliott because we've been playing the Star Wars remixes all weekend live from the park, Saturday, Sunday, all through the Star Wars weekends. We've got so much interaction on Twitter at V24 Radio if you want to follow us, and it's just been fantastic. People love it. So now, for half hour every week, it's not actually live in the parks, but we've taken a 30-minute mix from DJ Elliott, and we're going to give you that 7 days a week for about 25 to 30 minutes, starting at 4 o'clock Eastern, 7 days a week. You can hear your favorite Disney Park remixes, the latest pop songs in there as well. And it's a really cool way to start your afternoon, kind of the drive home, and we follow that by Your 5 at 5, where you pick your top 5 favorite Disney songs. You send them to us, we play them at 5. And 6 o'clock is now a complete hour of interventions music. Totally interventions for the entire hour, shuffled.
I like
uninterrupted, nothing, no commercials, nothing, just interventions.
Oh,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like our fantastic drive home show. We didn't name for it, but it goes from like 4 to 7 o'clock, and it's just music, not a lot of talk. Really, it's DJ Elliott uninterrupted for a half hour, interventions uninterrupted for an entire hour.
Well, you sold me on. I mean, Elliott has me sold no matter what. I've been being the guy for years, and he's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And his mixes are unbelievable, especially the stuff he's doing now with Frozen and the older stuff that he's doing with some of the older Disney. And I mean, the nice thing about Elliott, one of the things that I like about Elliott is he he's not afraid to try things or do weird things. I wouldn't say necessarily weird, but fun things. And I'll give you an example. One of the coolest things that, two things that I really loved from him that he did was he remixed the music from the first Goofy movie from like the 90s, which was awesome. He remixed the theme song, the main music to that, and then he did Carmen Sandiego. He did the Carmen Sandiego song, which is like I remember that from when I was a kid. That was I mean that I was there live when he did that, like in the park, and that was really freaking cool. And to hear him do that, and that's what Elliott does. I mean, Elliott does all that, plus he's doing the new stuff like Frozen. Build a Snowman, Let It Go.
Yeah.
great songs from the movie that are being remixed, and he's really good at what he does. I mean,
Yeah,
he is awesome.
for sure. Yeah, and we also play his stuff kind of throughout the day. We've added, like you mentioned, the Let It Go. He's done a few different versions of Let It Go remix, so we've added that into the rotation. You'll hear that anytime throughout the day as well. A couple of the Star Wars Weekends remixes that are like 2 or 3 minutes long, we put that in. He has the Space Mountain theme like track from Disneyland with everything you could imagine in it, like Welcome Foolish Mortals to the all the little sound bites from all the attractions are in it. It's
Good.
so cool.
It's good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, he is definitely a guy that loves the parks and loves his role, and he takes his passion or his extreme geek fandom of Disney and Star Wars and all these things and puts it into his music, and it's really awesome.
Yeah,
it really comes through, and he is good. So I am so happy. He's just an awesome guy too. He's just a great guy. So awesome stuff there. So that's awesome. So you can check that out on V24, and you can actually check that out. I'll go ahead and do this here. You can check that out inside our MickeyUpdates.com smartphone application. Is now available to download for iPhone and Android devices. Using the app, you'll be able to read all the latest news, read our tweets, check the weather, add refreshment dates to your phone calendar, and listen to our podcast. And so much more, including V24 Radio, of course. Download right now from the App Store and Google Play Store. Just search WDW News or Mickey Updates. So you can look that up in our App Store, or look that up in the iTunes App Store or Google Play and listen to V24 Radio. Kingdom Strollers provides stroller and crib rentals delivered straight to your Disney Orlando Resort, hotel, or vacation home free of charge. You choose the time of delivery and pickup, and they'll do the rest. It couldn't be easier, so book your Orlando stroller rental today. Visit their website, www.kingdomstrollers.com, or call or text them text them at 407-271-5301. That's 407-271-5301. Call or text them. Kingdom Strollers, those guys are great. I see their strollers everywhere. They have a huge warehouse. They're doing big things. They're one of the official stroller providers for Walt Disney World, so they're just doing fantastic. So definitely check them out. And with that being said, that's going to do it for this week's show. This has been Rob.
And Ed.
And
Chris.
And this has been the Mickey Updates podcast. All right. Thank you, Chris. You were good. Let me turn you back on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Our first show ever with Chris. He was fantastic. Did a great job. I can't wait to have him on. I'm so glad he's a part of our team, and I can't wait to scare with him. I think it'll be awesome.
Yes.
So he's in. So, all right,
Thanks
dude,
so much.
we'll see you.
All right, see you later.